Welcome to FamilySpookery, the podcast where for the month of October, I'm taking over.
Uh-oh.
And we're talking about horror movies that I'm picking.
Did you write that down?
No.
You read that off a script?
No.
Oh, very good then.
I just made it up on the spot.
Whoa.
Whoa. That's the scariest part.
Amber's got chops.
And I'm Danny.
So normally we talk about... yeah, we have our names. That's the part that we do. I'm Amber.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Chris.
And we normally talk about comic books, video games, and anything else geeky. But this month, we're talking about scary movies.
Scary movies. We did this last year, and it was a great success. Millions of downloads. So this year, it's got to be even better, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And coming off of Retro September,
where we spent a lot of time playing video games.
now we get to just consume some media.
Relax.
Yeah.
We get to relax a little bit.
It's good to just chill.
Yeah.
Sit back, relax.
Get some popcorn. Get some scary or not so scary movies.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about this week?
This week we are talking about our family/Disney movie. Last week there were 5 weeks in October, so 5 episodes. And we did like a family movie and then a Disney movie. But this year there's only 4, so I decided to combine them, and we are watching 2003's Haunted Mansion.
Nice.
Starring Eddie Murphy.
So that's what we're going to talk about this week. But before that,
Yep.
Geeky weeks.
let's talk about our geeky weeks. Who's got geeky weeks? Amber, you got a geeky week?
A little bit. After my big adventure last week, I was able to be home and relax a lot. I am back on my normal games. Took a couple weeks off from Marvel Rivals, but back on climbing, attempting to. And also a new Sims expansion pack was released last week. So Sims 4 Adventure Awaits is its name. And it's got a bunch of like child-focused stuff, which is really cool because there's not a whole lot of that in the game. So, pretty cool there. Some big EA news is that it was bought for $55 billion.
We got outbid at the last minute.
So, not great news for me, who only cares about The Sims, but best case scenario is somebody else can buy Maxis. Because, hey, they're like $20 billion in debt now because they had to pay off all the shareholders. So maybe part of that money, get rich quick scheme, hopefully that's selling The Sims to somebody who will treat it better. Mm-hmm. But that's enough of that.
You know, part of me thinks, and it's a private investment firm that was the major purchaser of EA. And part of me wants to believe that in that private investment firm, that there's just a bunch of gamers that were just super rich, and they wanted to fix EA. So that's what I'm holding on to. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be proven wrong.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of rich people that just wanted to get richer.
Yeah.
But I'm holding on to maybe a grasp of hope that it's just some rich dudes that grew up playing EA games and just want to revitalize the company.
I think they want the FIFA big bucks.
Ooh. They're not going to bring back...
I think that's what they want.
EA Big? That was before your guys' time, I think.
Well, I mean, considering it was Saudi Arabia who bought it, I don't know.
Never know. They like their fast cars. Maybe they like video games too.
Maybe.
But yeah, that's about it for me.
Cool.
I think.
All right. How about you, Danny?
I had a geeky week, and I got some Mega Evolutions Pokemon packs, which is the newest pack series, and I got some pretty good cards from that. And then we had some family game time with Flip 7 and Where Words. And
Fun.
then I started new Netflix show. It's part of the Monsters series. So the first one was Dahmer, and then it was the two brothers, and now it's Ed Gein, which was a killer in the 50s. So
you went from watching The Summer I Turned Pretty to this.
Yes. Not
Cool.
family
I mean,
friendly.
fits the vibes.
Yeah.
It's Halloween.
But apparently he was an inspiration for a movie we might be watching for Spooktober.
Nice.
Oh. How do you know? Just kidding.
I googled it.
Is there a leak? Do we have leaks?
You Googled. Never mind.
Oh, I didn't understand. I thought you were asking how I knew he was the inspiration. Anyways, that's my geeky weekend.
Cool. Well, let's see. I went and saw a movie. That's one of the things I did.
No way.
Yeah, way. And it was One Battle After Another. Is that what it's called?
You see so many movies, you don't even know the names of them.
Oh, I don't remember
You
things.
need a list.
Like details. I don't remember details like names and stuff. But I think it's called that, like One Battle After Another. It's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it as the main star. And we saw the previews for it, like for every movie that we watched.
Oh, yeah. That movie.
Yeah. And it looked like a good, thrilling, action, like bad guys coming after good guys, or I guess good guys coming after bad guys, but you're rooting for the bad guys type movie. But there was, can we just say, a weird side story that didn't have to be there, but because it was just a weird side story that was, I guess, horribly racist.
Oh.
Or had, I guess the story itself wasn't racist. It entailed hints of racism, horrible racism, as opposed to the good racism. I don't know. I don't know what the difference between horrible racism.
Family Geekery canceled.
Yeah. But no, it was so like a 2.5 hour long movie, and about a half an hour of it was this weird side story that really didn't have to be there, but it made the action movie kind of weird action. But it was a good movie overall. I just think that there's probably some writer that was like, or the son of some very important Hollywood person was like, no, we're keeping this
Nepo
part.
baby writer.
We're keeping this part in here. And everybody else was like, I think we should cut that part. We should just stick to the main story. But it's good. And Leonardo, amazing actor, as always, put on a very good show.
Nice.
So that was cool. And then as far as games go, I picked up an old game. Not super old, but I picked up a game that I haven't played for a while. And it was Deep Galactic Minor Galactic Deep Minor Galactic thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Titles, I'm not real good with titles and names. Deep Rock Galactic Minor.
Oh my gosh.
The more I try, the worse it gets.
Just type all those words in the search box and it'll come up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll
40
come
games like it might come up, but
I talked about it before, and it's kind of like a roguelike, based in the Deep Rock Galactic game series. And it was, I think when I first started playing it, it was in its early access or something, and now it's in its like full release. So they made a lot of changes to it. And you're about to talk about Hades, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew that was going to trigger a Hades. Ooh.
I was literally just playing it before we started recording.
Yeah, I was
And
literally
forgot.
just playing this game that I don't know the name of just before we started recording. And I wanted to jump back into it to see what the changes were, so I started a new save and everything. And it's good. It's as good as it was before, but now maybe just a little bit more organized or something. So I think that's what you expect from a game that goes from a early release to a 1.0 version. But I'll kick it on back over to you.
Yeah, Hades 2 was released. Unfortunately, like the day I went out of town last week or the week before, so didn't get to play it until like recently. And I think Hades 2 was like pretty close to being done. Like they released incremental updates while it was still in early access. But like the whole ending of the game, if there is an ending to the game, wasn't in yet. So like you the point is like defeat Kronos, but then after you defeat Kronos, there's like, oh, there's more to the story when the game releases. So I need to go back and do that because I loaded the game. I was in the middle of a run going up and Kronos is down. So I wasn't even gonna find that out my first run back. But there's something really satisfying about opening a game and then immediately unlocking like 20 achievements for it.
Oh, wow.
So, but 20 out of like 50 or something. So like, or maybe I'm 20% done. I don't remember. But there's a lot of achievements still to achieve. And I'm hoping to do that. And it's really cool so far still.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
You know, the podcast I listen to, Get Played, just today released an episode on Greek mythology and games. And they were talking primarily of Hades. And it's a 1.0 release. But as they were talking about, and there's a younger guy that's on it, as he's talking about how, you know, his first introduction to Greek mythology, you know, I'm thinking he's going to say like Percy Jackson or something, but he's a little bit older than that. So he was talking about Hercules, the Disney movie, and then he spun off to the Crumps, and I'm like, the Crumps, Crumps, which one was that? I thought they were cavemen, and then the cave, that's the Kronks or whatever. Mm-hmm. The Crumps is, do you know what the Crumps is?
No.
It's the Nutty Professor spinoff. Eddie Murphy was the Nutty Professor, and then he did the Crumps, where he dressed up like as all the family members of the Crump family.
Oh.
And I'm like, what in the heck is this guy talking about? That the Crumps was his introduction to Greek mythology. But then I remember the famous scene at the dinner table where I think the mother Crump starts going, Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay, so that's how we're getting to Greek mythology from
That's funny.
the Crumps. But yeah. Speaking of Eddie Murphy.
Oh, yeah, we bring it all the way back. That's what they pay us the big bucks for.
Yeah, not my first podcast. Let's bring it on back to the main topic, which we're talking about 2003 Haunted Mansion. Now, Amber, tell us why you picked this movie.
So I wanted a kind of family-friendly type movie as one of the ones that we watched. I will say it's kind of giving Shrek a little bit, where there's like adult jokes that the adults would appreciate while the kids just pay attention to the movie. But overall, I wanted to have a nice family-friendly movie for us to talk about. And it's Disney. And it's one that I remember watching as a kid, but literally only remembered one specific scene. And wanted to go back and watch it again.
Yeah. What scene was it?
Spoiler alert, if you haven't seen this 22-year-old movie.
Yeah.
It's the guy going into hell.
Oh.
As the floor opening and then him falling into hell is the only thing I remember.
It left a lasting impression on you.
I guess so.
Yeah, so we've got a family-friendly movie with everybody's favorite family-friendly leading man, Eddie Murphy. Now, this made me think, when I was thinking about this episode, what do you guys, like when you think of Eddie Murphy, what do you guys think of?
Donkey.
Okay. What about you, Danny?
Doolittle.
Dr. Dolittle? Okay.
Or was he in Grown Ups?
No, that's Chris Rock.
Oh, never mind. Doolittle.
But also, I remember there being a lot of movies that I was slightly too young to watch that I wanted to watch and still never watched that he was in.
Yeah, he was in, this was kind of in the middle of his family-friendly phase. I think he had young kids at the time, and he wanted to make movies that they could watch. And so he did this, Dr. Dolittle, The Crumps, like we were talking about.
Shrek,
of course. He was in that Daddy Daycare.
Oh, he was in Daddy
that
Daycare?
one.
Yeah, he was
Oh.
one of the main guys
I
in
thought
Daddy
that was
Daycare.
also Chris Rock.
Oh, and Mulan.
Oh, yeah, Mulan.
Right. Now if you flipped the question around to me and said, "Hey, Dad, when you think
Hey,
of Eddie
Dad.
Murphy, what do you think of?"
What do you think of?
It's a much different Eddie Murphy.
Is it like his stand-up stuff?
Yeah, I mean, when he obviously started in Saturday Night Live and got so big that he didn't stay there very long because his stand-up, he was like the number one stand-up for this time period, and he just hit the scene and blew up, and then he was like everywhere. But when it comes to stand-up and some of the movies that he did during this time, he was the epitome of the absolute dirtiest stand-up comic around.
What?
Nice.
Like, absolutely, like, don't let your kids watch it, dirty. and it's kind of a title that's been passed down through the years. You had Richard Pryor, kind of the generation just before him, huge influence to him. Then you had Eddie Murphy, and then after Eddie Murphy, you got Chris Rock. Got his start kind of the same way, and just absolute filthy comedian. I mean, very funny stuff, and nothing horrible, nothing wrong, just filthy. Like Eddie Murphy was dropping more F-bombs in a stand-up than I drop when I'm talking to Comcast on the phone.
Wow.
If that gives you a little impression of how filthy he was. But absolutely the funniest comic of his time, and played that into many movies, Beverly Hills Cop, and just all kinds of movies coming to America, and none of them were necessarily family friendly until we get to the time period that we're talking about now and I think he credits his kids as, like I said, he wanted something that they could actually watch that he was in. So this is pretty much right in the middle of that time period, and yeah, nobody better to get into a Disney movie that's family friendly and a little spooky, and I think he did a good job.
I agree.
Now, Danny, have you ever seen this before?
I thought we were gonna watch it before the new one came out, and then I never saw the new one.
I also never saw the new one.
So I think we were planning on watching it, but then never did.
I thought we
But I
watched
don't-
this before we went to Disney when I made you watch all the movies that were based on the rides.
Maybe that was it.
Oh, like we watched this and then we watched Swiss Family Robinson and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah. But I don't, none
Avatar.
of the movie rang a bell. I don't
Yeah.
remember seeing it.
Like I said, only remembered him falling into hell.
Which is not part of the ride. And funny enough, this is obviously based on the Disneyland ride. Mm-hmm. But this movie predates any of the kind of modern, lore that has been creeping around. No pun intended. Creeping around the ride, the attraction.
Right.
So it's kind of neat to see, just a story that was completely scripted with elements of the ride, but not really. I guess there's tiny little tidbits of story, but not directly related to what we think of when you think of some of the lore of the Haunted Mansion.
Right. I was gonna ask because it didn't seem very reminiscent of what I know about the Haunted Mansion, because it's like the bride is the murderer. The bride kills her husbands. Is that
Yeah, and the
what
modern,
it is in Haunted Mansion? Yeah. And this is completely different, but still a pretty cool story. And Eddie Murphy is a real estate agent trying to sell the haunted
Evers and Evers.
trying to be the seller of the Haunted Mansion because his wife looks like the ghost man's dead wife, which is an interesting concept, but kind of cool. Like a cool way to bring them into the haunted house that's not like a, hey, we're moving and this is the cheapest house we could find, like a different haunted house story might be.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, did you pick up the fact that this is the Disneyland version versus the Walt Disney World version that you guys know?
No, because I thought they were the same.
Me too, until you said something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one is... The Haunted Mansion that you know is based on more of a Northeast America architecture. And this one was based on the South, like the Southeast.
Yeah, their license plate is Louisiana.
Louisiana, yep. So in Disneyland, the Haunted Mansion attraction is in the New Orleans Square.
Right.
So it's not in, Liberty Square or whatever. So,
and Liberty Square is like Pennsylvania type.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Northeast. So this one, it had the styling, the outside styling of the, Southern mansion. But they did include the kind of the terrarium or greenhouse type addition to it that is more known for being at the Walt Disney World attraction. But yeah, it was kind of interesting being in the swamp and stuff, and as the story, the hook of the story is that they're going there to, take a quick visit of this property, and then it starts raining and flooding, and they get trapped there. Now, growing up, I had an album. That's one of those big black things that you put on a record player.
Oh, okay.
And
I have one of those.
It was an album of the Haunted Mansion. And it was a story, and I think it actually had like a book that you could turn pages and read along with it or something. And it was a story based on the Haunted Mansion, and it was actually voice acted. And the kid that was in it was Ron Weasley.
What? Oh. Ron Swanson?
Ron Swanson. One of the other Rons. Ron Howard.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Friend of the podcast, Ron Howard.
Bryce Howard's dad?
Oh, Bryce Howard is a Nepo baby? Makes sense.
Yeah, so it had him voice acting in this thing, and the hook of it was they were, he and his girlfriend or something were walking down the street, and it started raining, and they ran into this house to find shelter from the rain, and then of course they're trapped in it. So I don't know if that was planned or if that was a little homage or something, but I thought that was kind of neat that the storm was what got them into the property. And along with Eddie Murphy, we've got he's got with him a wife and 2 kids. He's considered a workaholic. Nobody wants to be there with him. He's just taking a side detour from their family vacation. It's only going to be 15 minutes.
20 minutes tops.
20 minutes tops, yeah. And of course, the wife doesn't believe that. The kids are,
We just want pizza.
typical kids. They don't have patience for any of this. And they all get tied up in this. But we've got a son who is arachnophobic. And that's going to play something into the the movie eventually.
Because they spend like 10 minutes in the beginning having him man up to kill a spider.
Right.
And then fearless older sister just comes in and whacks it.
I didn't think much of it.
Oh,
until
you didn't think it would matter after,
no.
after we were there for 10 minutes?
I don't know.
Now, the one thing we do have as lore is the character Master Edward Gracie. And so that is the actual name of who owns the Haunted Mansion, the Gracie Manor. Mm-hmm. So we've got that going for us. And we got a couple other elements. We've got Jennifer Tilly playing Madame Leota. So that's always fun to see. The lady in the crystal ball had a little scene with Madame Leota with the tambourines and stuff flying around the room. I thought that was fun. We have the Dapper Dans, who is the singers at Disney that do the barbershop quartet. They did the voices of the singing busts, the statues. So we had that element, and that's always fun to see. I love me a good barbershop quartet.
And we had my favorite actor of like all time in it.
Oh, who was that?
Wallace Shawn from Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And Gossip Girl.
Gossip Girl.
Yeah.
And then we had the Hitchhiking Ghosts. Always fun to see.
Yeah.
And then we had a narrator, the ghost host, who wasn't quite as good as Paul Frees, the original one, but he did a good job nonetheless.
Was it the same voice as the butler? Was the butler the narrator?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Somebody named Corey Burton was the voice of the ghost host.
I mean, you know it's going to be good when it starts with "Welcome, foolish mortals." You know, they did their research. You know, they hit their quips. I will say one classic Haunted Mansion component that is absent in this movie is the stretching room, the stretching portraits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was looking for that the whole time.
That was not in the budget.
They had a good number of, portraits and statues with the eyes following you, but no stretching portraits. And they didn't, lack the CGI. They used a lot of CGI, and a lot of it held up pretty well. But yeah.
Yeah, they did have the ballroom, and Danny went, "Ooh, that's from the ride."
Yeah.
I was hoping to see the caretaker. They had a big cemetery, but they didn't have the caretaker with a skinny dog.
Mm.
That would have been fun.
They did have an entire crypt, though, and I will say, as an adult, this movie did not scare me. I don't think it scared me as a kid, but that scene with all the skeletons coming to life, I could see that being freaky to kids.
Yeah.
That was freaky. And then, the girl's got to go underwater for the key and stuff.
That was a little...
And also, smartest girl in the world, smartest 13-year-old, she knows Latin because she took Latin for 3 years.
Yeah. Who took Latin? Now, did you catch any of the hidden Mickeys?
No.
There's apparently 5 of them. I think we caught, when Danny and I watched it, we caught 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's one, the padlock of the mansion gates.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one on the axe that was wielded by the suit of armor.
Oh.
The possessed suit of armor. And there's one when...
The windows. Didn't the windows have ears on it?
In the library.
Yeah.
And there was one in the goblet of wine when Ramsley poisoned the goblet at the wedding ceremony.
Oh.
And a little, sorry. That was a spoiler.
Spoiler.
It's been out for 20 years.
And then there was another one. I forget where the last one was, but It's always cool to see hidden Mickeys, and sometimes when you see them out and about, you know that they're not intentional. These, I think, they were definitely intentional.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other thing that was intentional was the nice line, probably the one line from the ride that was in the movie. There's always my way.
Oh yeah, when he's talking about the wife, right?
It says, before leaving the mansion via the hearse to find the mausoleum, Ezra exclaims, "There's always my way."
Okay, the car guy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then it was neat to hear tiny bits of grim grinning ghosts.
The tiniest bit.
Yeah. So it had an all original score composed by Mark Mancina.
Great score.
Who did The Lion King and Tarzan.
That's why it's
in the
so
same
good.
time frame.
Like 5 times during the movie, I was like, this music is really good.
Yeah, but it was all original, and then he threw in just little tiny like throwbacks to the attraction songs. And of course the Grim Grinning Ghost song with the singing bus. Now this movie wasn't necessarily a huge success.
No.
It was profitable, but it wasn't a huge success. Eddie Murphy later said that it wasn't a good movie.
Oof.
Oh.
But Eddie Murphy said that about a lot of things. One of the funniest things he said, so he did Beverly Hills Cop back in the 80s. Big hit. And then, of course, anytime there's a big hit, you got to have a sequel. So he did Beverly Hills Cop 2. And after he did Beverly Hills Cop 2, he said, unless they throw me more money than I know what to do with, I will never do a Beverly Hills Cop 3. Well, there was a Beverly Hills Cop 3. So
that's funny.
They must have offered him a lot of money for it. And then he recently had a rehash of that movie. Just recently. He's gone back and rehashed a lot of his movies. He did Coming to America.
Yeah.
A sequel. But you just can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy.
No, the movie has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
But a 5.2 out of 10 on IMDb. So
I enjoyed it.
I will say I enjoyed it. I think, like I said earlier, some of the exposition at the beginning, like the kid taking 20 minutes to kill the spider, a little silly. And then later on, a couple of weird, jumps in logic. Like, he's hitting the glass and can't break it. And then he drives the car into the house and that breaks it.
Right.
Which is a little silly, but hey, maybe old-timey ghost magic didn't know that cars were ever going to be a thing. Who knows? But overall, like, a really enjoyable movie. We had some silly times. We had some spooky times.
Yep.
Some good family moments. And then the ending was very interesting.
When he kissed his wife?
I just mean that whole, like, last 15 minutes. It's like, you look down, it's hell. You look up, it's heaven. It's like, it was very silly.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't tell you what happened at the end.
Did you fall asleep?
No. I watched it. Got no recollection.
All I know is he kissed his wife. Well, it's supposed to be whoever it was. And then they drove away. With the ghosts in their car. Or the heads.
Yes,
the
I
bust.
do remember that part.
Yeah, after they left the house, I don't know why they took the busts with them. And then they took Madame Leota with them, too.
Hey, why not?
Why not?
Free music.
She's funny, I guess.
It's a heck of a conversation piece to have in your house.
Did you guys watch the credits?
Don't think so.
Okay, so the movie goes from them singing show tunes or whatever, with the busts. And then it cuts to the credits, and it's got a Nelly song. the credits.
Nelly?
Yes.
What's
I
a
was
Nelly
expecting them
song?
to play Grimming Ghosts, but instead it's
You got the
Nelly.
thong song.
No, it
Nellyville?
was... Oh, I looked it up. I Shazammed it. It was like, I'm here or something. I don't know. It was like a short 2-word song or something.
But straight up like early 2000s hip hop.
Yeah, just like a straight up like hip hop
Is
song.
You?
Yep, that one probably. Is with a Z.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is You?
Yep. That was it. That was the song.
Hold on, listen.
And then after that, I think they had just like some more score after that. But then, fast forward to an end credit scene.
Really?
Yeah. We had a little Madame Leota action, and I think she said, what do they say at the end, like when you're leaving the Haunted Mansion?
Hurry back. Don't
Yeah, I
forget your
think
death certificate.
I think she said something like that
That's cool.
at the end. Yeah.
Hurry back.
The Nelly song music video is filmed in the Haunted Mansion,
Whoa, that's cool.
and he's doing naughty things and
Oh no.
Thanks.
with ghosts.
Oh no. That is not in the
That's
Wikipedia.
Your homework is to watch the music video.
In 2 years, YouTube will come out and the kids will be like, man, I really liked this movie that I watched. Let me go, and I literally liked that Nelly song at the end. Let me look it up on YouTube.
He even has the crystal ball.
Oh,
So whoever edited the Wikipedia page for this had a whole section on music, but apparently they didn't watch the end credit scene or the music video.
that's so funny.
I would think that would be listed in here.
The comment says the fact Walt Disney licensed this.
Wow.
Well, that was fun. So we got one movie down. Are we talking about what we're going to be talking about next week?
Next week, we're going to do a B-rated horror movie. Or something so old that it can't possibly be very good. Because I think the line there is pretty blurred. But there's a few that I want to watch that aren't on streaming anywhere. But I'll find a good one for us to watch and talk about next week.
Well, the one that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Do we want to announce that? Because I think it's a good one.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a good movie, but I think it's a good one to watch.
Next week, we'll be talking about The Blob from 1958.
Which features a Steve McQueen in his first leading role. Do you know who Steve McQueen is?
No.
He was basically the Paul Walker of the 50s. He did a lot of movies with famous cars.
Okay.
Driving fast in California and stuff. Yeah.
Now, if you remember last year, our B-rated movie was a Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And I don't think you can get... I think I maybe, like, picked the best one for the first year. I don't know if we can get any better B-rated than that. Maybe The Stuff. But I think that movie's dead in the water. I can never see that anywhere anymore.
Really?
Yeah. We got lucky when we saw it on Netflix. But The Blob, you know, it's got to be good when it's only the blank.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good. Looking forward to it.
Me too.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up our first episode of this year's Family Spookery. Or is it Spooktoberfest? Family
Spookery.
I know we went through a couple name changes last year. But hope you watched along with us. If you've seen The Haunted Mansion, then let us know what you liked about it. Hit us up on any of our socials or podcast at FamilyGeekery.com. We'll have to eventually watch the other two versions of the movie, the Muppets version and the newest one. To see, it would be interesting to see if they added any of the lore that we were talking about into the newer incarnations of this movie.
I'd hope so.
I would hope so. I was always hoping for a complete, like, lore universe. They keep on teasing about it. And they keep on,
like, because they had the Jungle Cruise movie.
Yeah. And they've got the
And then
Jungle
they gave
Cruise restaurant now. Or the pirate movie. They already had the Jungle Cruise one. Now they have the Pirates restaurant there now.
I have no idea.
Yeah. That just opened up pretty recently. But yeah. Good movie. Had a good time watching it again. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
Yeah, go give it a watch if you haven't seen it. It's very campy. But pretty enjoyable. Like, we've got some good jokes. And the kids are pretty good actors. So
I
yeah,
agree.
they did a good job.
Cute.
I'm surprised that Disney didn't abduct them into their, mainstream Disney content.
And indoctrinate them.
Yeah. Because that kid could have totally been, like, the next Kyle Massey or whatever.
Yeah, he did a good job. That's going to do it for this one. We thank you as always for listening. And until next time. Peace out
and geek out.
Nice.
I wrote that just now.
Wow.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.